Mad Mikey Gaming.
G'day all you gamers across the world, I'm Mad Mikey, and in case you didn't know, I come from the bloody land down under, and in today's gaming news reactions and opinion show, where I go around the internet and just go to all the websites and pluck little bits of information out there of news that I have reactions and opinions about, and then I deliver them straight here to you to start a conversation so that we can talk about it with each other. And don't forget, if you do go on to like today's video, give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe, because people might be as mad about games as you and I. And in the first bit of gaming news today, we have Assassin's Creed Origins download size has been revealed, and it is coming in at a whopping 42.3 gigabytes. Now, while that might not be the biggest download out there, it is getting very close to that 50 gig disc size for the Blu-rays, you know what I'm talking about. And on top of that, if you're going to be getting the Xbox One X, you will be looking at getting a further patch on top of that for the 4K part, because the 4K isn't actually on that disc. Now, this is getting really crazy because, I mean, the other day I installed Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, and it was about a 16 gig install off of the disc, which was all fine. But then there was another 30 gig on top of that as a day one patch. This is getting insane. It really is. I know the old days of just, you know, put it in the old system and it'll load up and it'll be ready. No day one patches is long gone. But I really just want to be able to put in and play my game. It's actually becoming quicker to install it on a PC than what it is on a console, because you've got Wi-Fi. I've got a good sort of 20 to 30 meters across. I do generally get pretty good download speeds and upload speeds from there, but it does vary from anywhere between sort of 35 to 2, you know, so it does get a bit annoying. So it does take a bit of time. But Assassin's Creed Origin is looking amazing. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will be getting it. Oh, I don't know if I'll be getting it day one, because that's when PAX is. PAX, what are you doing? But moving on to the next bit of news for today, and Sony PlayStation has got a new CEO as Andy House has stepped down. Yes, that's right. Andy House, who was the global CEO, is stepping down and stepping into a new role. And in case you didn't know, Andy has been at the helm with PlayStation since about 2011. You would have seen him at a lot of the E3 press conferences, the PlayStation Experience, Tokyo Game Shows, Paris Games Week, all those crazy things. He has been a true trooper in the sense of things going out there. He is going to be replaced by John Codera, who will be taking his place effective immediately, but Andy's going to be seconded into that role until the end of the year, just as a bit of a handover. He did say in a statement, "I'm tremendously proud of what we've built with PlayStation and Sony Interactive Entertainment, entertaining millions globally with the best in games and creating a fully fledged digital entertainment company. PlayStation has been a huge part of my life for more than 20 years, but in the business, having achieved record-breaking success, now seemed like the right time for me to pursue new challenges. I shall always treasure my friendships with the people that I have made at Sony Interactive Entertainment, such a wonderful place to work. I'm also grateful for the PlayStation fans and gamers around the world for their loyalty and support. John and the team at Sony are world-class. I know the future of PlayStation is very bright." Now, this is like, I mean, the guy... my problem with Sony, and don't get me wrong, I love Sony. I think that they're doing really well. I've been playing my PlayStation a lot more than my Xbox these days. Why? Because they've got, you know, games on there at the moment. But I think that their conferences and whatnot, they are very, you know, business-like, chins up and everything like that. They are very professional, I will give them that. And then you're on that contrast, you've got Microsoft and Uncle Phil over there, and it's just very sort of night and day how they run the things. I love Phil Spencer. I love the way that he runs things. I'm glad he got his promotion a couple of weeks ago, and I'm glad that Andy House has moved on because he's done a fantastic job with the PlayStation 4. I think it's going to be one of the best-selling consoles of all time. So John's obviously got a lot of big shoes to fill, but I'm sure he will do quite well. And as I said, Andy is going to be sticking with Sony as the director and chairman of Sony Interactive Entertainment. So all the best of luck, Andy, and we salute you, my man. And just into the last bit, which we all know is the quick news. In what I don't think is much of a surprise, Microsoft is now canning Groove Music, and it's actually, this is the kicker, it's actually merging everything into Spotify. So not only now is Spotify on PlayStation, it's also on Xbox as the main music. Groove Music I never thought was going to succeed in any way, shape or form. You've got iTunes, you've got Spotify, you had SoundCloud, you had Pandora, you had all these different ones, and Groove was just a really tacked on last minute one, just for really the dying Windows phones. So I think this was a good move. They're just going to merge it all over, so that's a good move there for Microsoft. Groove Music Pass services will be ending at the end of the year, December 31st. Meanwhile, also on the Xbox news, we have Microsoft has begun for preview owners or preview members, whatever you'd like to be called. You can actually now start gifting games. I don't want to gift games to people. They can gift them to me, that's fine. It is something that obviously is a option there on Steam, and a very popular thing. At the end of the day, like, it comes around, there's a sale and you want to play with a friend and you're like, yeah, they're not going to buy it, so let's buy it for them. It's a good option there to have, I suppose. It's not game changing or anything like that. And we've also got a bit more Xbox news. There is a rumor going around. PlayerUnknown's Battleground, while we know that it is coming out on Xbox One first, there were a couple of rumors that Sony have been talking with, what are they called? Bluehole? It's a crazy name. But hey, you can call it whatever you like. This game is truly amazing. Now, they're actually, Microsoft, it's rumored that they're in talks to get the exclusivity until sort of mid next year. So that might be something there for Sony to sort of announce at E3, say, hey, PUBG is available on PlayStation 4 now. This is already like the most played game over on Steam at the moment, which is really fantastic. I think they're doing a really good job. There's going to be crossplay with Windows and Xbox, but not Sony. So this might be why Bluehole is sort of dealing and giving Microsoft that option there of exclusivity. Might just depend on, how much money they want to pay too. And in the last bit, guys, it's coming up to Halloween, so what does that mean for Overwatch users? It means that there's going to be the Overwatch Halloween Terror of 2017. And it is going to be kicking off next week on October 16. There was a bit of a teaser over on their Twitter page, along with a picture of Reaper and McCree. So looks like we're going to be getting back into Overwatch to try and get some new skins. It's like crack, isn't it? But guys, that's it for today's gaming news. Until tomorrow, if there's any game news to be talked about, I will hope you enjoy the games that you are playing, and I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys.